Get the stick.
Oh, what do you have, Kyle?
Get the stick. This is take 2 of coming out to the lighthouse. Because we tried it last night and it's 7/8 of a mile out the rock jetty to get to the lighthouse. So last night it was getting dark and we didn't know it was that far, so McKenna had overdid it with the swimming exercises and her other exercises and walking yesterday. So coming out here in the evening.
I wish I was that late.
So she's come out to take pictures. See the pretty sailboat? So Alex and Carmel and I have gone out walking today. There's so many hiking trails in Maine. So this is Beach Hill Preserve State Park, which look how pretty. Ooh, there's Alex. Yeah, they're getting ready for a picture, so we'll do a picture of that soon. So there's this really cool pebble beach that we found. Okay, Alex is excited. All right, what?
It does grow on it. It grows on these little things.
So yeah, there's like all this seaweed stuff all, look at the rocks. It's covered in it. So Alex was just wondering if it grows on there, which she was looking, and it does, it gets like little spores, but then she said, oh, it really smells bad. So she's back to the water. But isn't this beautiful? There's not a lot of beaches around here because it's just rocky cliffs. But we found this pebble beach off this neat trail by a hospital here, and it's a 1-mile loop around, and it leads you down to the water, and it's just not too steep that you can get down here to it. So we're off at another lighthouse for McKenna to take some pictures, although we can't find the battery charger, so she doesn't have much battery on the camera. So
11% is plenty.
11%, which is not much for McKenna. So this is just a little bit smaller lighthouse. It looks, it's either way in the distance over there. Yes, or it's really small. It actually is very small. It's only 30 foot high.
Okay, today we have another travel day. We had a week in Rockport, Maine. We saw some cool things there. We saw a couple of lighthouses, and we had lobster
And ice cream.
and lots of ice cream. So it was good. It was a good time. But now we're driving to Bar Harbor, which is about a 2-hour drive, which is we're really looking forward to because I wanted to go there for a long time, and we're finally getting to go there. It's another nice day. So we'll see what the view of the Atlantic looks like from Bar Harbor.
So we thought we'd beat the crowds this morning, McKenna and I and Pepper. And so we got up and came out at like 7 o'clock here to Thunder Hole, which was really neat the other day, but it was really crowded. So only Jared and I and one of our friends got out to check it out, and we all deemed it too crowded. So this is why we're out now. We've got the place to ourselves, right? This is how we like it. Oops.
What are you trying to do? you could videotape them separately so you have
I could
facing
do
out
that.
instead of like blindly putting it behind you.
Date time.
Yeah, date day.
Date day. Yeah, so we ditched the kids. They're all playing Frisbee with friends. And yeah, we found a rail trail, and there's not a whole lot in Maine. I think we may have mentioned that before, whether or not that's in the video. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
because they still use a lot of their rail lines.
they do.
So
they
there's not
use a lot of them.
converted
So
ones.
there's like 9 like major ones across the state. So this is the let me read the sign. Down East Sunrise Trail. And it starts, well, we're at the trailhead where it starts in Ellsworth, Maine. And it's pretty cool because it's like 89 miles, which we're not doing today.
Nope.
Nope, not even while we're
A
here.
couple miles short of that.
A little less than that.
Yeah, we didn't plan on going on a bike ride today, but it was supposed to rain most of the day, but it stopped raining by like 1. So like I had to get a bike ride because I haven't had a bike ride in 2 weeks or 2.5.
Something
The whole northeast trip here.
The little trivia about this is the East Coast Greenway, which runs, you know, the bike trail that runs from Maine down to the Keys in Florida, and of course isn't all complete, but they say this is the longest off-road stretch, you know, like continuous off-road stretch. So it's something like the 89 miles. So that's the longest off-road continuous stretch of the East Coast Greenway.
Yeah, a lot of the other sections you have to go on a road with cars, with traffic on them.
All right, so off on the bike ride. We'll get some views from out there. So out on the bike ride in Acadia. Jared's down there exploring. He came down from the bridge, but on the steeper side, because, you know, he's a guy and that's more adventurous. I came down the safer side, which was kind of more stepped because, you know, I'm not risking falling. But this side's prettier. Anyway, look at that. It's so pretty.
Decided to come down to the beach. Sunset is in about 10 minutes. And we're going to do a little campfire and watch the sunset. The water is way down. Last time we were here a couple days ago, the water was way up like another 50 or 75 feet. Now it's way down there because it's low tide. Today, McKenna and I went hiking on one of the many trails that they have at Acadia. Diane and the kids are cycling on one of the carriage trails again, because there's so many trails to ride on. This park is just great for biking and hiking. So we're on this little hiking trail, and we came across this little spot that it's just, the ground is covered in moss. I mean, every square inch of it, except for if there's a little rock or a tree sticking out of it. But it looks kind of like it's just a carpet, a smooth, velvety carpet of moss. It's so cool.
Kayaking going on.
Nice hot day for it. It's good.
This is where we're going kayaking today. Very cool. Thing is, we only have four people. We have a double and 2 singles, and we are going to rent a kayak here, but they only do rentals Wednesday through Sunday.
Really loudly.
And today is Tuesday. I'm supposed to talk really loudly because there's cars. So yeah, so Jared's sitting out today, and then we'll go another day, and we all may go that day because we can rent, or if Brian doesn't want to go, because sometimes it's tough getting in and out of kayak, so he worries about pressure sores. So we'll decide that later, but we'll go today minus Jared. He'll get to go another day. Right, Jared? We still make him do all the work of blowing up all the kayaks and stuff, though, so that's still his job, and carrying Brian down into the water. So high tide's coming in, so we were paddling out that way towards the ocean, but the smaller kayaker over there, arms were getting tired because it's like a river. Of course, we are going against it as the tide's coming in, and that's as far as we got from that intersection. So now we get to ride the current back, and then we're going to cut off and I guess go back to the visitor center.
So we're out watching the seagulls, and they are digging, like they reach down, and then they pull up a crab, and then they'll eat it, and then they'll just lay down and like rest. But they're really good at it because they like spread themselves out, so they're all like 15 foot apart, and then they dig down and grab one. It's like really cool.
All right, today on our travels in Maine and adventures, we've come to Fort Preble. It's really neat because I never knew it. They built cargo ships for World War II here.
Tons and tons of,
They
well,
were called Liberty ships.
yeah.
And it was amazing. It was a huge port they were building, just looked like about 20 of them at a time.
Yeah.
A bunch. And they built 2,700 cargo ships to support the World War II effort.
This is why you travel the country, because you get to find out all these things. And in the 1800s, it was a huge, like this was the place for shipbuilding, with wooden shipbuilding. But then when the wooden ships were going out, then it got a little bit less, but then they did build, the war came along and they built Liberty ships. But behind us, this is like the fort, they put the cannons out here and protect this harbor.
Yeah. And two big gun turrets up top.
Yeah,
to protect the harbor.
So oddly enough, it was never attacked. They never had to use any of them because it's so fortified in here. This faces out to the ocean. It also faces to like the riverside over that way, which, okay, it's just the wall right now. But so, and on all the corners, it's fortified. So no one ever messed with even trying to attack this harbor.
And the lighthouses are neat because they have the breakwaters that lead up to them from varying lengths from like 100 feet up to the one near Rockport.
Yep. It was
Maine.
9/10 of a mile, I guess.
Almost a mile. McKenna had to go out twice. The first time she didn't quite make it to the end because she had to walk slow because of her GBS, but so she went back the next day
got dark
and
before
made it to the end. So it was a challenge for her.
Get the stick! Get the stick!